Sagittarius, welcome to the Tarot Room. My name is Robyn. Sag, today let's do a what you don't see coming style reading. All right, Sag, let's talk about you. Let's see what's coming in your direction. Let's see what's heading towards a Sagittarius collective. If they're not anticipating, not expecting, let's get the good, the bad, the ugly, but let's hope for the good and the blessed. Spirit guides, talk to us about the Sagittarius. We have Observer. Okay, maybe someone's been checking you out. So this is my Tupac card. This card represents listening. You know, like Tupac said, speak once, listen twice. But I instantly got someone's maybe's been watching you and observing you here. Let's see. Let's find out which one it is. Let's see if you're the observer or if you're being observed. Let's talk, Sag, and see what is coming towards you that you're not expecting. Spirit guides, talk to us. What can Sages expect? Five of Wands, eh? The Magician, okay. Page of Pentacles, incoming message from the big talking head. I feel like the observer is definitely someone watching you, keeping an eye on you, maybe spying on you. Let's see. There's a Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, you'd be getting a lot of attention here, Sag. Okay, what's this card? There's the Eight of Swords. Let's see why you're in the Eight of Swords energy. Star, wish come true, dream fulfillment. Maybe you're the star of the show. Maybe you got a neighbor spying on you? That's weird. I don't usually get that message. We'll see what that means. Hold on a second here. What's the Four of Swords? Five of Cups. I also, there's the Hermit. I kind of feel like there's someone you're not talking to. I'm seeing this and feeling it very different ways. So I think that there's very different ways to interpret this. Some of you, I think you had a disagreement or a fight with someone. And they've been watching you, keeping an eye on you. Maybe it's a neighbor. Some of you, I kind of feel like there's someone watching you and they want to talk to you. They got something to say. It's like, with the Five of Wands, it's like you stand out against the competition, right? Like that's what I mean. I'm reading it both ways. So let's see if they clarify and we get real specific, or let's just see if we keep it general, baby. Let's talk about it. What is this Five of Wands? Yeah. There's the Page of Pentacles again. There's the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's still, okay, I'm still perceiving it both ways. So we're going to go both ways, Sag. We're doing a double whammy today. Remember that game show, Double Whammy? I'm pretty sure that's what the game show was called. I used to love that game show when I was a kid. Okay. The Star, the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. So there's two ways that I'm applying this. For some of you, there's someone that you had a disagreement and a fight with recently or in the past. This person definitely wants to reach out and talk. They got a little something to say. They could be holding on to you, holding on to what you said, or holding on to this relationship, friendship, connection. For others of you, you stand out above the competition. Like if this is business here with this Page of Pentacles and the High Priest, you're very influential. You're very, like you stand out. You're not like the rest of the crowd here. And there's someone that wants to offer you something very stable. In a business reading, the Four of Pentacles is stability, and the Hierophant is, well, in this deck, he's the High Priest, but he's the same guy. He's very influential. And there's the Page of Pentacles. There's your message. There's the opportunity. So take it how it comes. If you didn't recently have a fight with someone, then you might stand out from the crowd here. For some of you, I get your neighbors watching you. I don't know, maybe your neighbor's someone important or something. It's like they want you for something. You be getting a lot of attention, okay? And then for others of you, you just had an argument and this person really wants to work things out. They want to talk. We got the Magician. We got the Page of Pentacles. Let's talk about this message, Sag. And as I look at the clock, I saw 3, 3, 3. So, the number of Christ consciousness, the number of balance, cooperation. All right, what is, well, it's more cooperation than balance, but, you know, you need to be balanced in order to cooperate with other people, right? The 3 comes after the 2. Let's just stop that. What is this? Five of Pentacles is in reverse. Six of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What they saying? Justice has been served. High Priestess. Ooh, shit. Okay. Okay. There's the Three of Pentacles, and there's the Four of Cups. So, again, I'm interpreting it a couple of different ways. So we're just going to go with the flow, baby. You know how I do here at the Tarot Room. Okay, so for some of you, again, so this is, we're going to go first of all to the storyline in which there's a person that you had a disagreement with. They want to talk. They want to work things out. They want an equal give and take with you. They don't like being without you, right? The Five of Pentacles is in reverse. So they don't want to be without you. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to be on bad terms. They don't want to be arguing with you. Maybe you're just a really difficult person to argue with and you always win the argument, baby. But either way, they want to do right by you. We had the High Priest and the High Priestess. If this is a relationship, there's the married couple. There's a couple. There's your divine counterpart. Two people coming together. So they definitely want to work things through. Now, for others of you, it's like when I saw this, if this is like business or someone wanting you, it's like someone thinks that you should be further ahead than you are. So it's like they feel like you're either settling or you're not being recognized or valued where you are. There's an element here of you could be a spiritual healer. Maybe you're in the spiritual field. Maybe they want you in the spiritual field, or they just want to do right by you. And they think that you're very intelligent. The High Priestess is the most intelligent card in the deck. So it's like someone really sees your value and they really see the potential. And it's like they feel like you're not living up to your potential right now, right? If it's at work, they just feel like you're not where you should be. You should be, you know, the CEO, not just the manager here, or whatever it is that you do. They just kind of feel like you stand out. And again, if it's like, let's say it is in the realm of like models or something, like the High Priestess is a very exotic beauty. It's an element that you stand out from the crowd. They see you a lot of potential within you, and it's like they want to help you get to where you are. They be watching you for a little bit of time here, Saggy. So there's take it how it goes, okay? Let's talk about the Knight of Wands, because I kind of feel like it's you going back and forth, giving this a lot of attention. You have a decision to make, clearly. Do you want this opportunity? I don't feel it's something that you were out there searching for. Do you want to work things out with this person? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. They do. This person wants you. So you're giving this a lot of attention. You're going back and forth. But I don't see you actually making the decision. So what's the advice for this? What's the message for this? What you want to say for Sagittarius? The Nine of Swords. Okay, and guys, just so you know, a little disclaimer here. I'm not on TikTok. So if you see my videos on TikTok, if you're watching this on TikTok, just know that ain't me. Someone else is stealing my videos. If you want me to reply, if you want a personal reading, if you got something to say to me, you got to come and follow me on YouTube. Okay. The Nine of Swords is sideways, and we have the Magician. You have all the tools inside of yourself to answer this question yourself, Sagittarius. There's Six of Wands. There's the Ace of Wands. Whatever it is, this can work. Hello! You're presenting as the Empress and the High Priestess and the High Priest. For those of you where this is in a relationship, you are very spiritual and balanced Sagittarius. You know, the Empress is the master of this realm. The High Priest is the master of the spiritual realm, and the High Priest and High Priestess is a master of your feminine and masculine energy merging together to make beautiful magic. So for those of you where this is business or a spiritual conquest here, you're definitely, the answer is go for this. This is an excellent opportunity. It will be very successful. And it's something that it's like, I feel like it's destiny. I don't have the destiny card, but with this Magician and the Six of Wands, that's the vibe I'm getting, baby, with this Empress. But the Nine of Swords is sideways. So it's saying don't let the fear or make the wrong decision make that decision for you. What's your heart telling you? What's your passion telling you? It might have caught you off guard. It might not be something that you were looking, seeking, or even trying. Maybe you had no desire to be a model, but you're just walking down the street and you're a sexy beast and you get noticed. You know what I mean? I saw this one model. What was her name? I do not know, but I saw like sometimes those YouTube shorts come up and she was just walking down the street and she got discovered, you know? She probably had no intentions of being a model, but there's an element of transformation. Now, for those of you where this is a past person, whether it's a friend, there's the transformation. Again, the message here is no matter how it is applying, don't make this decision based on fear. Don't make this decision based on what could go wrong or the what ifs. Make this decision based on your passion. What will make you happy? Don't let your thoughts, don't let Agent Smith, don't let the Matrix get the best of you. Make the best decision for yourself based on what you feel will make you happy. I'm looking at the Six of Wands. Why? What you saying about the Six of Wands here? It's the same thing. Yeah, okay. There it is. Focus on what you do want, not what you don't want. Focus on what could go well, what might not, you know? This is destined. This is your destiny. I did get that feeling. And there's your destiny. Follow your heart. There's the Fool. I get them wanting you to take this leap of faith in this direction, no matter which way it's applying. But Sagittarius, the decision is yours and yours alone. So at this point in the reading, I don't see you making it. I see you going back and forth and giving it a lot of thought. And the message is to follow your heart. What is your passion telling you and what will make you happy in the long run? All right, Sag, that's what you don't see coming. Let's grab some oracles. Let's see what they want to say. Then we'll jump back into the tarot. We'll do a potential outcome. We'll go into the month of April 2025. Right now is March. We'll go a month out. We'll see what you decide to do. We'll see how this plays out. Maybe towards the end of March, because this is what you don't see coming. So this is something coming in the next couple of weeks, right? All right, what does Sag need to surrender to when it comes to this decision, baby? The drama. Okay. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help to resolve the issue more quickly. think that's for the ones where there's some hostility from this past person here. All right, let's get your Akashic Record message. I really like this deck, but you know what I'm finding out? It's like all these cards, and I keep pulling the same like 7 or 8 cards from my readings, like, how bizarre, how bizarre. I remember that song, but can we get a new Akashic Record message? But, all right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got a new one. Woohoo! Okay, hold on. All right. Right track. Life is like a train, choo-choo, and it is important to find the right track. Don't blindly follow the wind and take a moment to think about what you really want. Once you're on the right track, you will find the way forward getting smoother and smoother. Perfect card for your reading, darlings. Perfect card. Let's get your spirit animal message, get some more advice. What's the spirit animal message for Sag? Lion, control. We're really going back to the person where, this is an argument. So you might not be happy with this person here, Sag. If you have moderate aggressive impulses, this is an invitation to control your temper. You are encouraged to explore how to express your needs or thoughts more openly and constructively in order to reduce your level of frustration. All right, I'm being guided to grab this deck. So we're just going to grab one more oracle. Sorry for so many oracles, but let's get your, I'm not going to get the, yeah, I'm going to get the channeled message. Sometimes I think the channeled messages are cheesy, but whatever. We'll get your future, we'll get your abundant, we'll get your love and career, but we're going to get your channeled message because they're telling me to. So oh, is this the Great Pyramid? It is. Okay. The Great Pyramid. Mystery and ceremony. You know, some say that the pyramids were built by the great Thoth or Hermes. I kind of believe it. Okay. When you consciously enter the Great Pyramid, we initiate you into a higher consciousness. We tell you this current testing time is an initiation for you. Try to live through it with joy and gratitude in your heart. All ancient initiates were tested for faith and knowledge, for only the pure of heart and the pure of mind could live through the final test in the sarcophagus. That's why they wanted me to read that. Abundance. In time, all will be well. Financial security is not needed if you trust in the divinities. And for love, for those of you where this is love, long-term relationships will flourish, but seek a partner with spiritual awareness for true joy in your life. Now, for those of you where this could be a career opportunity, stay on your current job till you feel more confident of your abilities. You do have, that's what I thought. I was feeling it. You have the ability to be a spiritual healer or teacher, and I think that somebody is seeing that potential within you here, Sag. Sagittarius is the most spiritual sign. It is your life path and your time. Okay, we'll stop that. Did you get the rhyme there? Ha, we rhymed again. Okay, future. Look to your past lives in Egypt for answers about your future. Okay, let's get... You know what's really weird? That is so bizarre. Why am I seeing that? How bizarre. I wanted to use this deck for this reading, and I couldn't find this deck, and I looked all over, and I was like, all right, whatever, I'll just use this deck. And the deck was right beside me. The great mysteries of the world. The great mysteries of the world. Okay, Sag, let's do it. Let's get down to it. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make, and when I say outcome, like I said, baby, let's see where you are in the month of April. Let's see how this plays out. Let's see what you decide to do. Let's see where you stand. Talk to us, baby. Talk to us. There's that strength energy again. Leo the Lion. Okay. Ooh. 7 of Swords is in reverse. Be honest with yourself, Sag. Okay. The Magician. About how powerful you truly are, baby. Okay, I think there's a lot of gifts you're coming into here. I think some of you, and I said it, I keep saying it because I don't pull the sarcophagus very often, and I pulled it for the Sagittarius Collective like a month or so ago. And I do believe that you're really coming into that energy. I mean, the Magician and the Ace of Cups is a gifted energy here. It's your talents shining. Hold on. One more. I like 5, baby. You know how I do. You know how I do. 6 of... It is your destiny. The 6 of Cups. There's the Empress energy in the house, just sitting there with her bananas, drinking her pomegranate juice. Pomegranates are all about abundance. There's the 8 of Wands. Okay, so for those of you where this is love, I do feel you're taking this leap of faith and you're moving forward with this person. If it's not love, whoever this argument was, it's going to be someone that, I mean, you had an argument with, so you care. You don't fight with people that you really don't care about. So there's a history with that person. You're definitely moving forward with this person. But I do see an energy of like, you know, look at this little cat. Isn't it weird that in this deck, it's this tiger thing. It's not a lion. So, you know, he's kind of creeping. He's taking his time. But there's an element of being honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Do you want this person around you? Do you not? So be really honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. And I feel like after you think about this and after you're honest, you're taking it slow. You're just creeping forward. You're not, let's say it's your best friend for 30 years. I'm not so sure you'll be like best friend status right away. But there is an element of moving forward because you feel a connection with this person. However, you know your value, you know your worth, and you're going to make sure you're moving forward, being valued and appreciated, right? Making sure your words are being heard. Whatever pissed you off, whatever got you to the Five of Wands energy, making sure that you're not being ignored, you're being heard loud and clear. But I do see you moving forward. Either way, and this is an offer, an opportunity, whatever that element is where someone's got their eye on you and they see your potential. You're moving forward. You're very gifted, and I do feel it's in the spiritual arts, right? Maybe you've been activating your chi, doing some qigong, but there's the Magician, the Empress, and the Ace of Cups. So there's someone moving forward in their power, someone moving forward, activating things within themselves. We had this great pyramid, and that's the card of you got to pass your test with a pure heart and a pure mind. And the Magician has a pure of heart. When we go back to the Rider-Waite deck is over here. But when we go to the Magician and the Rider-Waite deck, he's wearing white because that represents pure of heart, pure of mind. So there's an element of pure gifts and talent being activated within yourself. Someone sees that potential, and maybe it threw you off guard. Maybe it wasn't something you were expecting. Maybe it was a little curveball, because the Eight of Wands is a life of curveballs, right? It's not the life, it's the idea of curveballs. Well, the fact is life throws you curveballs, and sometimes you're heading in new directions. You're heading in a new direction here. It's a direction you never thought you'd go in. So I do feel some gifts are being activated. I do feel something within you is changing, and I feel like someone outside of you has recognized those gifts, those talents, those skills, Sag. And with the Six of Cups here, it is your destiny. This is where you're meant to go. So I do see you accepting this gift. I do see you moving forward, and I see you working on them, right? Let's say you're a medium. You're going to be working on that. Like, let's say a lot of times those gifts were there when you were a child and life removed them, but you got to master them. You got to coddle them. You got to take care of them. You got to create them. You got to work on them. So I see you moving forward either way, knowing your value in a very abundant energy. I love this Empress, right? She's just chilling like a villain. She knows her value and she's enjoying life. Either way, however it applies, Sag, I see you taking it. I see this being your decision. I see you contemplating it, taking it slow. Let's say you are becoming a medium and you're doing some channeling. You're not just going to like rush into it. You're going to understand. There's a lot of entities out there, right? You got to make sure you're protecting yourself, doing things right, especially if you want to be a tarot reader. Maybe some of you are jumping into that field. You got to protect yourself, baby. You don't want no negative shit coming at you. So there's an element here of pure of heart, pure of soul, pure of mind. You're accepting this offer. You're moving forward, and there's definitely some strong gifts being activated within you, Sag. All right, baby. That's what you don't see coming. So, Sag, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope you like my style. And if you did, and if you do, I always ask that you like, comment, subscribe, for it helps my channel to grow. Thank you, Sagittarius. I always appreciate your support. And Sag, today, let's close your reading off. They want me to do both. Okay. Hold on. There's a message they want to pass along, and then we'll do the yes or no. What's the message for Sag? You must hold your quiet center where you do only what you can do. Choose stillness as an active practice of patience, especially if you're activating some spiritual gifts. But it is okay to wait where you... Hold on. It is okay to wait. You will get where you need to be. And I think that's a message for some of you activating those gifts. It takes time to master them and to understand them and to bring them into practice. All right. And let's close your reading off today with a yes or no question, baby. Yes or no? What is the answer for Sagittarius? Yes or no? Are you ready? Oh, not even a little bit. Okay, Saggy, I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.